Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, here on another episode for you guys. It is currently Season 5, episode number 11 on this Friday afternoon. It is currently 6:13 on this Friday, October 4th, ladies and gentlemen. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. We're trying to get a special guest, Irv, on today, but he had work today, so we couldn't get him on. But it's just me, your host, Zach Jackson, and let's get right to the fire show I have for you guys today. We got 3 segments for you guys. First up, we're going to be going over MLB playoffs, and man, what a freaking showdown we had with the Mets and the Brewers last night. The Mets prevailed. We'll tell you how in just a sec. And then we're going to be going over the next series game. The game. It's up to 5 games, I believe this series could be for all the teams. It's got great matchups coming up in the playoffs. Can't wait for that. And then our second segment, we'll be going to go over college football top 25 ranking games. So all the top 25 games that are happening tomorrow as well as tonight. And then on Sunday, our third and final segment, we're going to be over NFL Sunday football. So let's get right into it, guys. So first up, the MLB playoffs is where it's at. And the MLB playoffs, it's where it's going to stay. We got to hit. What the hell? What a shock. What a shock it was last night. I turned on the TV, ladies and gentlemen, and my God, Pete Alonso was up to bat with a man on first and third. The next pitch, I said, before the next pitch, they hit the home run. I said, this is going to be a 3-run shot by Pete Alonso. And next pitch, boom, sends it to right field. The Mets go up 3-2, down 2-0 in the top of the ninth. The last hurrah, Pete Alonso gives it. Mets get another insurance run in that inning and then close it out with a Lindor from shortstop pickup, step on second base, throw to first. You're out of here, and that's the ticket to Game 1 of the Divisional Series against the Phillies. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? So the Mets come off big time with the win, and it would have been a very, very, very sad day for New York sports, especially for Mets fans. All that work, all that push, all that fire, and all that tenacity, get back to the playoffs, to get back to a winning record, to get back to an actual contender possibly. You fall to the Brewers after winning the first game, losing the second game, and losing the third game would have been just catastrophic. They literally didn't score until that ninth inning for 15 straight innings. That would have been really catastrophic, but they got the job done, put their ticket into the next round. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over the next round games. So like I said, guys, we got Game 1 of Divisional Series at 1:08 tomorrow. On Saturday, it is between the Tigers, who bounced the Houston Astros. As a Yankee fan and as a baseball fan, most people, unless you're Houston fans, hate the Astros. Just in general, just the way they've been cheating and all that stuff. So screw the Astros. Happy to see the Tigers win. I actually had the Tigers winning the series. Didn't think they were going to sweep them 2 straight. But better yet than ever, get them out of there quick and easy. Ready to roll. So the Tigers are taking on the Guardians in a 5-game series. I'm actually going to go with the Guardians. I'm sorry, the Tigers, they're good, but I'm going to take the Guardians winning this entire series. I'm going to talk to you guys from Game 1 all the way to Game 5 if there is one. I'm going to take the Guardians winning this series. For Game 1, I'm taking the Guardians, taking the dub, first game of the series at home. I don't think they lose it. I got Guardians winning that. Then we got Game 1. Between the Mets and the Phillies in Philadelphia, a divisional game, a rivalry game at 4:08 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to go with a nice big upset here. I'm going to take the New York Mets to take it to the Phillies in Game 1 and get the job done. I'm taking the Mets winning this game for the first game in Philadelphia. At Game 1 against my New York Yankees, we have the Yankees in the Bronx taking on the Royals, who knocked off the Baltimore Orioles. Who would have thought that? Did not see that coming. Sports Talk with Aiden, my guy from TikTok, definitely was killing himself after that when the Royals upsetted the Baltimore Orioles, winning 2 straight as well. Didn't think the Orioles were going to lose against the Royals. I had the Orioles versus the Yankees in the next round. I did not have the Royals winning all those games and beating them in the wild card round. But hey, I'm cool with that. I hate the Orioles too, so I'm cool with it. And gives us a little bit of an easier opponent. I'll take the Yankees winning game 1. That's tomorrow at 6:38 p.m. Eastern time in the Bronx. Let's go Yanks. So we got the Guardians, we got the Mets, we got the Yanks. Then we got game 1, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow between the Padres and the Dodgers, a rematch of the matchup that everyone has been waiting for. Padres won and beat the Braves, and all they said, LA, we want. We want LA. We want LA. I'm hoping the Padres get the upset. Win the series. I don't think they're going to win it. I got the Dodgers winning this series, but I got the Padres not winning the first game. I got the Dodgers coming out hot and blowing the brakes off the Padres. I got the Dodgers winning game 1. Got the Yankees winning their entire series. Got the Yankees winning game 1. I got the Mets upsetting the Phillies in this series. Mark my words, Mets will win this series against the Phillies. I got the Mets winning this series against the Phillies, and I got the Guardians winning this series against the Tigers. So I got Guardians, Mets, Yanks, Dodgers. Who do you got? Game 1, I got Guardians, I got Mets, I got Yankees, and I got Dodgers. Let me know, guys, in the comment section what you guys got for Game 1 happening tomorrow at 1:08, 4:08, 6:38, and 8:38. It's funny, all 4 games end with an 8, which is actually pretty funny. I didn't even notice that until now. All games end with an 8. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, it's been a great thing. Again, guys, I've been calling this before the playoffs start. I want a rematch from the 2000 World Series, which was the Yankees versus the Mets. The Subway Series and the World Series, New York, New Jersey will be booming if that happens. I want that so bad. Do I think the Mets have the intangibles to get there? Yes. Do I think they have the grit and the heart to get there? Yes. It just depends on who they play, when they play them, and how they play them, and do they show up. They got to worry about the Phillies first. So I got the Mets winning against the Phillies. And for the Mets' sake, they hope that the Dodgers lose to the Padres. They hope that the Padres win so they can play the Padres. Because if the Mets play the Padres, the Mets can win. If the Mets play the Dodgers, I think the Dodgers win. No matter what, Yankees are going to beat either the Tigers, Guardians, and the Royals. No matter what, they're beating the Royals, and they're either beating the Guardians or the Tigers. I want the hardest matchup, so I'm taking the Guardians. I want the Guardians versus the Yankees to send them to the World Series. So that's how I'm picturing it. But hey, that's what it is. So Guardians and Yankees would play in the championship game. And then that would basically happen when the Yankees win. They'll go back to the World Series again. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the MLB and the playoffs. Stay tuned. This is going to be one hell of a playoff run for the Yankees and the Mets. Mark my words. Now, guys, we are going to stop sharing my screen, and we are going to move to college football. We'll be back in just a sec. All right, guys, we are back and ready to roll. Let's get right into the show. This is our second segment on today's show. We are currently about 9 minutes into the show. Let's get right into some college football ranking games happening tomorrow and tonight. Starting off, number 6, Oregon versus Michigan State tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Fox. I'm taking Oregon with the win. And then we have number 25, UNLV, taking on Syracuse. We're taking number 25, UNLV, with the win. Actually, let me look up the spread for this game. -6. I'm taking UNLV to cover that. I got UNLV winning that game. So I got Oregon, UNLV winning the 2 games tonight. And then we got number 1 Alabama taking on Vanderbilt. They always demolish them. Number 1 Alabama just put the beating on Georgia. Georgia came all the way back, but Alabama stood tall. I'm taking Alabama winning this game. It's at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time on the SEC Network. Then we have my number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes taking on Iowa. Iowa's played us tough in recent years, but I think we got them in the bag. This at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on CBS. I'm taking my Ohio State Buckeyes to dominate against Iowa. Then we have number 4, Tennessee, taking on unranked Arkansas at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. I'm taking Tennessee with the win. Then you have number 5, Georgia versus Auburn at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC/ESPN Plus. I'm taking Georgia with a big bounce back win over Auburn. I think they kill them. Number 7, Penn State taking on UCLA at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Penn State should dominate. I'm taking Penn State with the win. Number 8, Miami at California, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. I'm taking Miami with the win. Number 6, Missouri at number 25, Texas A&M, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's actually check the spread on this one because might be a little bit of a tricky one. Let's check the spread on this one. Hold up, guys. Let's check the spread on this one. So the spread is -2.5. If I'm being honest, guys, I'm taking the upset win right here. I'm going with number 25, Texas A&M, cover the -2.5 spread and winning this game. 12 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC and ESPN Plus. Let's go Texas A&M. Number 10, Michigan at Washington. I'm taking Michigan with the win. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC. Then next, you have number 11, Southern California at Minnesota, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 11. Let's see the spread on this one. Number 11. See the spread. Hold up, guys. I'm just looking for the spread for this game. Let's see what we got here. Number 11. So you got number 11 USC taking on Minnesota. I'm taking USC with the win. And then you got number 12 Ole Miss at South Carolina, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. That might be a tricky one. We'll see. Let's see what the spread's looking like for that game. Because that might be a tricky one. You never know. These games can just jump right on you out of nowhere. So Ole Miss, I think, should win this game after losing to freaking Kentucky the previous week. I think Ole Miss bounce backs and kills South Carolina. Number 15, Clemson at Florida State. I'm taking number 15, Clemson. This is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Clemson should win this game. It should be no doubt about it. I think they win by over 2 touchdowns. Then you have number 16, Iowa State taking on Baylor, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. I'm taking Iowa State with the win. And then at number 21, you had number 21, Boise State taking on Utah State at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is another tricky one. As you get lower in the standings, these games become a little bit tricky. So we got Boise State, Utah State, but I'm taking Boise State. They're projected to win by over 27 points. I got Boise State winning this game. Then you have number 22, Louisville against SMU, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm taking Louisville with the win. Then you have number 23, Indiana at Northwestern, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's see what we got with Northwestern. So Indiana should win this game. I'm taking Indiana with the win. So really the only upset that I've picked was the Texas A&M over Missouri. Everything else I've picked the actual ranked team to win. So we'll see how my picks do this week. I haven't really stirred you guys wrong with my picks for college football, man. I've gotten no more than 4 wrong in a week out of like a 20 pick game. 20 of the games that I've picked. So it's not bad. Before we let you guys go with our second segment finished, we'll let you guys know who's ranked where in the full top 25 list. So here we go. Let's get right into it. So Alabama has been moved up to number 1 after beating down Georgia. They are 4-0. Texas is at 2. They are 5-0. Ohio State's at 3. They are 4-0. Tennessee's at 4-0 at 4. Georgia's 3-1 at 5. Oregon's 4-0 at 6. Penn State's 4-0 at 7. Miami, Florida's 8, 5-0. Number 9, Missouri's 4-0. Number 10, Michigan's 4-1. Southern California is 3-1. Ole Miss is 4-1. LSU is 4-1. Notre Dame is 4-1. Clemson is 3-1. Iowa State is 4-0. BYU is 5-0. Utah is 4-1. Oklahoma's 4-1. Kansas State's 4-1. Boise State's 3-1. Louisville's 3-1. Indiana's 5-0 at 23. Let's see the last two. Last two. We have UNLV. We have Illinois at 24. UNLV and Texas A&M tied for 25th at 4-1 and 4-0. So yeah, guys, that's the top 25 rankings for you all. We're going to stop sharing our screen, and we're going to take a quick, short break as we transition into our third and final segment for NFL Sunday. Let's get right to it. All right, guys, we are back like we never left. We're going to share our screen for NFL Sunday and get you guys to my picks for this coming week for football. Let's get into it. First up, we got the Buccaneers and the Falcons. I got the L on this one. I took the Bucs. Falcons surprised a lot of people. Kirk Cousins threw for over 500 yards. Did not see that coming. Falcons win 36-30 in overtime. Jets Vikings. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I believe this game is in London, if I'm not mistaken. Jets against the Vikings. This is going to be a tough matchup, but I'm going to take the Jets. Bouncing back from a terrible loss to Denver. I got the Jets winning this game. Then you got the Panthers against the Bears at 1 p.m. Eastern Time this Sunday. I'm going to go with the Bears. I think they're the better team. They definitely should beat the Panthers. Yes, Andy Dalton's there, but I think the Bears are just the better team. Browns against the Commanders. It's sad for me to say, but I'm going to take the Commanders. If I'm making bets, I'm taking the Commanders. I just like the way they're going. I would not be surprised if the Browns get the win because it is a rookie quarterback with a veteran defense behind that. But I'm going to take the Commanders with the win. They've been playing really good football. Patriots, Dolphins, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm actually going to go with the Patriots. I think the Dolphins are just trash now without Tua Tagovailoa. Taking the Patriots at New England to win this game against Miami. Colts against Jaguars, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a tricky one. Anthony Richardson's not healthy. Joe Flacco's in. I'm gonna say the Jaguars get the win. Jonathan Taylor's not playing. I got the Jaguars getting their first win of the season at home. Got Jacksonville taking down Indianapolis, I should say. Bills against the Texans. What a game at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bills at the Texans. I'm taking the Texans with the dub. Yes, the Bills got embarrassed, but the Texans, man, they just barely beat the Jags. I think the Texans get the win. Texans get the win in their house and show them who's boss. Ravens and Bengals. What a marquee matchup. Division rival matchup at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Ravens at the Bengals. I'm going to take Joe Burrow and Cincinnati to get the win over the Ravens. I think this is a statement win for Cincinnati. They beat the Ravens. They're right back on track. Raiders against the Broncos at 4:05. Now, the Raiders are ass. The Broncos are ass. But the Broncos just took down the Jets. I'm taking the Broncos with the win in Denver. Then you got the Cardinals and the 49ers at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The 49ers are with some injuries. But I'm still going to ride with them in Santa Clara. I got the 49ers winning this game. Like I said, if the Cardinals upset and win, I'll take the L. I'm cool with that because I want them to lose. All right, guys, now we're moving to our last couple games here for today. Giants against the Seahawks at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. The Giants are going to get absolutely bamboozled out of Seattle. I got the Seahawks winning this game by a long shot. Then you got the Packers and the Rams. Jordan Love didn't look healthy first half, came back and was dealing. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time in Los Angeles. I'm going to take the Packers with the win. They just got to start off a little bit there. The Rams just have no wide receivers. They're all injured, so I'm taking the Packers with the dub. Then on Sunday Night Football, you got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Pittsburgh Steelers rematch from all the Super Bowls back then that we versed each other in. It's at NBC at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, guys, who I'm taking. I'm taking my Cowboys, of course. We're going to beat the Steelers. But there's a lot that goes into it in order to beat the Steelers. We got to be poised. We got to be ready. We got to be wanting to play. We want to get better. We want to keep on moving forward. And we got to be able to pass the ball and run the ball. Because if that defense gets the Dak and that defense is really eating them alive and eating that offensive line alive, it might be over before it even starts. So let's go Dallas with the win on Sunday Night Football. Then you got the Saints taking on the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. This looks like going to be a great game. But I'm going to take Kansas City. I'm riding with them in Arrowhead. I think they take down the New Orleans Saints, who are used to playing in the dome. Places are getting colder. Things are getting a little bit colder. So I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs getting the win over the Saints on Monday Night Football. Other than that, guys, that is pretty much it here on the show for the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. This is currently Season 5, Episode number 11 on the Fire Sports Pod. Catch you guys on Recap Monday, which would be Season 5, Episode number 12. Catch you guys then. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy college football. Go enjoy the first of the NHL season, as well enjoy NFL Sunday. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day.